depression, anxiety, and the ultimate step of taking the matter in your own hands and call it quit and end your life with suicide. This is the culmination where you have lost all your hopes, where there are no hopes left anymore to hinge upon your future. That's when you commit. Now, what is it that keeps us going?
How else would you suggest we cope with this pandemic? Because I think it's we all need strength and strength of mind, strength, physical strength, and it would be wonderful to hear your advice on this.
Now, because of medicinal advancement and new ways of handling all this and so much of knowledge on pandemic, we are able to curtail it somehow to a large extent. Imagine if you were not in this field of technology and if you are, suppose, in another field, and you see how many job losses are there. At least people with technology are able to work from home. There's not much of a layoff in the field of technology. While every other businesses, every other corporate world, I think there are shutdowns and they have been very badly affected. In fact, technology and pharmaceuticals are the only fields where pandemic has not affected them that badly, except one thing, that they are stuck with the family, if you call it as stuck. Some people, those family relationships which are bad becomes very bad when you are together. There is no breather that I went to the office and I was away from home. To me, the relation becomes very strong because of this intimacy, or if your relationship is on the margin, it can go really very, very, very fragile. And it's a test. This pandemic is also a kind of a family test, how you cope up with it. On its own, there's nothing wrong. I mean, when you've been working day in and day out, 12, 13, 14 hours in the offices, and then at that time while going to the office or coming back home, you wonder, when am I going to have a break from all this rut? I would like to spend more time with the family. But boys and girls, here it is. Take the advantage of it. It's a long, long vacation we have. It's the way of looking at it. You see how you look at it.
What would your advice be to find the balance between deep ambition to build a world-class company without compromising on several things, including time with yourself, your family, and loved ones?
For that, I think we have to understand what you really mean by spirituality. When we say my material life, where I go out, meet up in the world, run all kinds of businesses, spiritual life is not at a crossroad with the material life or material proliferation. In fact, all good-hearted people should make a lot of money. Why billion? You make trillion. The Steve Jobs, Apple guy. How he became what he was? What was that pushed him? When he had no money, he used to go to one temple, Hare Krishna temple in Virginia. He used to eat food there. He used to meditate there. And in his quiet time, he would get inspiration through meditation. He had a tough time, but he thrived through meditation. So meditation can become very creative for us. It can give new dimension that we cannot see while we are too busy. But a few minutes of stillness, few minutes of a pause will definitely help. And this meditative state will spill over. Just when we meditate for, let us say, 10, 15 minutes in the morning, and you have a certain meditative state. From there, you go on to the office, interact with people. During that interaction, your meditative mind will spill over. It will spread that meditative state amongst all, and people will be very surprised that you are able to tackle the most difficult issues just like that, and you are not, moving at all. You are still, you are patient, and you are very creative. See, it's not like that I like to blow my own trumpet, but I started this meditation in 1976 while I was a student of pharmacy. Then moved on to United States in 1980, where I started chain of pharmacies and few hotels also. Now this business has gone into multi-billion dollars. When my Guruji said, "Now you take up this job, spiritual, proliferation, and take over this organization," I just left it there. All my employees and my partners, they're managing it. The business is still going on. What I used to do, it has gone now 100 times more. I don't interfere, it is happening. It is the training and trust that we ensure on people. And one thing for sure, all these employees, they meditate together before they start the work. When team meditates together, when a family meditates together, when in the office all the employees come together and sit at least for 5-10 minutes before they start on the work, it creates resonance. It creates a peaceful quantum field around you where you are at equal page kind of a thing, at a consciousness level. You are inspired. There is a peaceful environment created.